Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the Stock Market Summary Series. What a drop right out of the gate today for the markets.
Yeah, big one.
But also, what a recovery. We're seeing some long tail wicks to the downside, which could be a promising sign for bulls despite the bearish day overall.
Definitely something to watch.
We're going to get into what happened, some standout stocks and sectors. We'll touch on the economy, and we'll wrap up with crypto and metals.
Sounds good.
But before we do, just remember that none of this is buying or selling advice. We're just here to provide some market commentary and trading education. Just a friendly nudge there.
Absolutely. Just our take on things.
Okay, you're here for the no-fluff summary of the market, so let's get into it. So today was quite the turnaround, wasn't it? I mean, markets fell hard and fast right away.
Right out of the gate, yeah.
Yeah.
But then that quiet rebound later on, pretty meaningful, actually.
Especially after yesterday's sharp drop in tech, it felt like maybe the market was finding its feet a bit.
Could be. Catching its breath, maybe more. Looking at the indices, the NASDAQ 100, the QQQ, it paired its losses pretty well. Ended down just 0.59%.
And the S&P 500, SPY, that dipped even less, right? Only 0.27%.
Yeah, and the really interesting part about the S&P today, about SPY, was that sharp bounce. It tagged its 20-day moving average intraday and then closed back above it. That's, technically quite encouraging as a level. Lots of folks, including us, were watching, shows buyers stepping in.
Right, defending that level. What about the Dow and the Russell?
Well, the Dow, DIA, actually notched another small gain. And the Russell 2000, the IWM, small caps, held up okay, off just 0.35%, maybe easing some of that pressure we've seen.
Okay, so broad resilience there. But under the hood, in the sectors, it was a different story, kind of a rotation play.
Exactly. Energy XLE was the leader today, up 0.83%.
We mentioned yesterday it looked coiled, didn't we? Below those moving averages.
We did, and today it really flexed, showed some power. On the other side, you had consumer discretionary XLY. That lagged down about 1%.
Still seeing that rotation out of some of those higher growth names then.
Seems like it, yeah. And speaking of specific names, Tesla, TSLA.
Oh yeah, TSLA. Fell more today, closed back below its 200-day moving average again.
It did. And, we have to mention, this could potentially be the start of that death hook pattern we talked about before.
Right, where it kind of retreats below the triangle and breaks down.
Precisely. It's not confirmed, obviously, but it's something we're watching very closely. Bulls really need to step up right here, right now. Understanding these patterns, that's crucial. It's a big part of, risk management.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. Okay, shifting gears a bit. We had someone ask us to look at VXX or UVXY.
The volatility ETFs.
Yeah, they track the volatility index, the VIX. So thank you, Nazi MOG, for leaving that comment.
Yeah, thanks, Nancy MOG. So the VIX, it's been super low, right?
For a while.
Incredibly low.
And obviously with that market drop this morning, it popped. But here's the interesting thing. Just like the market indices put in those long bottom wicks.
The VIX, which usually moves opposite the market, put in a big top wick. Looks kind of like a shooting star reversal pattern on the candle chart.
Oh, interesting. So like the fear spike got rejected?
It could be. It suggests that maybe that initial burst of fear ran out of steam. So the question is, does the VIX fall tomorrow? Does it confirm this potential reversal or not? We'll see.
Okay, definitely one to watch tomorrow then. Thanks again, Nazi MOG, for the question. And yeah, for anyone else, if you want us to look at something, just drop it in the comments.
Absolutely. We appreciate the suggestions.
Okay, moving on to the economy. FOMC minutes came out today.
They did. But honestly, didn't really move the needle much.
Yeah, it felt like a bit of a non-event for the market action.
Well, and the reason why is probably because the market had already made its big move earlier, right? It was almost like the minutes were old news by the time they dropped. More of a footnote.
Makes sense. So the market's already looking ahead.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
Keeps things technically driven for now.
But traders are definitely bracing for tomorrow's existing home sales. And Friday's speech from Fed Chair Powell, that's the big one.
That's the big one. So that whole tug of war continues, soft landing hopes versus rate cut caution.
Always something. Okay, let's talk crypto and metals. They both seem to catch a pretty strong bid today.
Yeah, they did. Bitcoin, BTC, bounced about 1.03%, trying to get back above that 50-day moving average after yesterday's flush below it.
Still needs to prove itself, though, right? Not calling a bottom just yet.
Exactly. Bulls need confirmation. Gold GLD was also up about 1%. And the futures, GC, showed really pinpoint precision bouncing off trendline support.
That's the kind of technical level traders look for.
It really is, finding those spots. And silver, SLV, actually led the metals today, rallied 1.65%.
Wow, strong move in silver.
Yeah, and it's forming what looks like a symmetrical triangle pattern now.
Okay.
We track those closely because symmetrical triangles, especially when volume picks up, often precede pretty significant breakouts. So another one to watch.
Lots to keep track of. As always, guys, if you've got a stock you're watching or maybe a question about the markets, drop it in the comments. We might cover it in an upcoming episode.
Yeah, let us know.
Also, if you've enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate if you dropped a like for us. It's totally free, and it helps us out a lot. You know, navigating days like today, reading that price action on SPY at the 20-day MA, spotting that potential pattern on TSLA or the setup in XLE and SLV, that's really crucial stuff for traders.
It absolutely is. And look, that's where having a process, a strategy comes in. Understanding why these levels matter, what these patterns imply. It's exactly what we focus on teaching in our mentorship at Grok Trade. It's a serious program. We provide the setups, the strategy, the coaching.
And support too, right?
Yeah, ongoing support until you recoup the investment. It's about building that consistency, navigating these markets with more confidence. You don't have to figure it all out alone.
Good point. Okay, so wrapping up today, definitely a bounce back kind of feel. Bulls defended some key spots, sectors did their rotation thing, and the FOMC was kind of met with a shrug.
Pretty much sums it up. Looking ahead now.
Definitely. So leave your thoughts below. What do you think? Does TSLA confirm that death hook pattern tomorrow? Or was today's dip just, part of the market churn?
Curious to hear what people think.
For sure. And hit subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's update. Plenty more to track this week. Have a great rest of the day, everyone.
Yeah, take care.
And we'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary.